Good to see you.
Alright there, Revenants, welcome back to Code Vein and the Road to 100, and welcome to 85 stars. This star run is going to be a little different than what we've been used to. So we just finished up the average builds run and got some good feedback on that. So I've been getting a lot of questions about, I finished my first playthrough, what do I do now? So if you finished the first playthrough of the game and you have some basic average blood codes, I'm going to show you the Argent Wolf King Blade and why you basically use this weapon for everything after your first playthrough. Now, this is not a niche kind of weapon where, you know, it's very unique and special and it does only one thing only if you have the correct gifts or whatever. And so if you just slap all of those average basic builds that we just did onto this weapon, and you are unique and careful about how you pair up your resistances of elements, lightning and fire specifically in the first level, this weapon kind of becomes like easy mode in a sense. So we're using some really simple basic things that you would get in your first playthrough, you know, a couple of fortified chromes, all the weapon buffs here, these couple of unique buffs. Tirelessness, you would get this on your first playthrough most likely, and Hermes, you would get this on your first playthrough because you talked to Davis back at home base at some point. So and everybody gets an Argent Wolf King Blade. An AWKB is what most people call it, and everybody gets one. So it's nice when you have, you know, multiple of, you know, more than 100, but that's okay. And the next closest weapon that comes to this for just basic damage is the Judgment Edge, but this is a unique special weapon, and we're not doing unique special. We are doing just flat out play the game. The Black Great Sword, I still stand by it that this is the best weapon in the game, but you'll see why the Argent Wolf King Blade is so easy to use, and why it can seem like it outshines and outclasses everything else in the game. And I'm firmly in the camp of the Black Great Sword, but I am never not going to sing the praises of the AWKB here. This thing is just a monster. I've only played with this in the entire 85 stars about 3 or 4 times episodes, not even runs. So we're gonna do an entire run here on the AWKB, and you will find a new appreciation for this weapon, or you will already know the appreciation and just sit back and enjoy just the destruction. So without further ado, let's get into it, and just notice the speed with which most everything will just simply disappear, and this is, you know, no big brain thinking. This is literally just running through, and this is max difficulty. So if this is your second playthrough, everything will die much faster, and you'll say, well, this is just the beginning of the game, so, you know, it's obvious that everything is going to die in one hit. I would highly agree with you. However, the reality is that things just you know, sometimes are not what they seem, and usually, you know, you think that a weapon has some unique gimmick or something like that here in Vein. That is correct. Most of the time things do have gimmicks. However, the AWKB is just one of those weapons that really is truly as good as it really seems to be. And it's kind of a one button kind of weapon. You press a button and things disappear. The bosses are a little bit more difficult, but they you know, exist about as long as you might think when going up against a weapon of this caliber. This is why this weapon is, you know, a boss weapon, and why it is reserved for as such. And if it was placed anywhere else in the game, I think it would be a little bit difficult to recommend this weapon. However, as it stands, it is just absolutely in a fantastic position of being an end game weapon, because as you've technically already finished the game once, this can help you get through your second playthrough, and everybody can rest easy when they come to their second playthrough in the game because of this weapon. And okay. Now the I guess you could call it unique development of this weapon is the standard heavy attack. It is a right mouse click, and it is pretty incredible just in and of itself, because it does a gift trigger while at the same time recovering all of the I-core usually of the gift trigger itself. So pretty strange, different, important actually to understand that, because typically weapons do not recover as much I-core as they use during a gift trigger. So that is really, really important and helpful to know when you are going for using this weapon. And so always consider that when you are going for something of this caliber. So let's try and get this guy, and then we will head over here and get the gunman, and let's not get shot. Okay. Oops. Okay, whoops. And let's not get shot again. Good. So you may start to wonder if this was Shift's intention after the first playthrough of the game was to simply just demolish everything in your path, but this is how they've set up the game for your second playthrough. And remember, everything would have about perhaps half the health of where we're at now. It's a little bit more than half, but so you can imagine how much faster even everything would be dying. And no, it's not because we're at max level. Max level kinda doesn't really have much to do with this because of the gifting, because of the light and dark values. They do go up a little bit, however they don't go up enough to actually consider all of this as a difficulty spike. So consider this kind of equivalent with where we would be at where we would be at if we were on regular difficulty or second playthrough, and then we would be just about at the kind of same point as damage versus enemy health versus damage output and everything. So so there really isn't too much to consider that is different, in the sense that it has not really much to do with max difficulty or lower difficulty. So keep that in mind, or our level. Okay, let's go ahead and get our buffs going here. Sure, and then lightning, and we'll go for a mobility enhancer for now, just to get there quicker. And let's go through the Oliver fight. Let's see what he's gonna do first. Oops, I thought I parried that, but I guess not. Okay, let's go ahead and heal since he got a lucky shot on me. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Oh well. Anyways, a sloppy Oliver fight, but all in all in about a minute on max difficulty with maximum health. So he's got 79,000 HP here that we just kind of motored through with no real thoughts of, you know, the first level of the game actually giving us any kind of problem. So if you're kind of wondering, like, what do I do for my second playthrough? How hard is it? Is it worth it? Is it difficult? How hard are the enemies? Blah, blah, blah. Don't really pay any attention to any of that. Just grab an Argent Wolf King Blade and load up on the weapon buffs. I mean, we barely even used Lightning Spike. I don't even know if we used it. So we could have gone for even more damage, 10% more damage, or more Igor, or dodging, or maybe some defense, or a communal. We could have gone for, you know, Jack or somebody and just buffed our damage to insane levels, or gone for an actual weapon strike. So there's so many options that this weapon opens up for how you want to play it. But I mean, we're using Hermes with a B+ mind and basic average, C average on everything. So this is like, you know, not one of your highest, best, most interesting, amazing blood codes. And we're at a 1391 light, which isn't incredible. This is kind of average. So keep that in mind as we just kind of went through stage 1. And this is why I don't really play with this weapon too often, because it just kind of demolishes and dismantles every single thing in front of you. So it's just going to get crazier from here on out. And I hope you stay tuned. Hope you enjoy it. And hope you learned something about the Argent Wolf King Blade. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.